Well, my Phormictopus cancerides was not featured in my feeding video because got a molt. Awesome. Man. I think these guys grow pretty fast too. Very nice. We'll get the molt out and take a look-see. Alright, I don't know how well this is coming out on camera. Here's the P. cancerides molt. Now, if you look between the first pair of book lungs, here's the first pair, the second pair is kind of hidden, but they're down here. But if you look between the first pair here, there is a flap. Unfortunately, it's not coming out very well on camera. But you might could see it when I lift it up with the skewer. It's got a flap right there. See? So it's a female. Like that. There's your flap. So yep, my suspicions are now turned to confirmed. Alright? Check out this beauty. My Pokie rufulata molted. And I think it just happened. She looks very rubbery. Or he. I'm going to hopefully get a good sex from that molt before it's just totally trashed. It's a suspect male, but I'm hoping I was wrong. We'll see. Gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. Well, I'm going to refill her water and try to take that molt out without too much of a fuss and see if I can get a sex from it. Awesome. Well, I can't show you the actual tarantula because he's hidden too well, and I don't want to disturb him after a molt. But this is my molt that belongs to my Psalmopoeus silhouetteae. These arboreals get to be quite large. They resemble in size and the way you keep them to the Lampropelma violaciops. But this is the molt, and the molt isn't perfect. I kind of trashed it trying to examine it. Yeah, but it looks male to me. You're not going to be able to tell on here because it's just so trashed. But from what I could tell, it looked male. So I'm going to examine the rufulata molt next, see what we get. Here's my Pokie rufulata molt. And I've already suspected it was a male, and still appears to be so. No flap whatsoever there. But check out these fangs. Look at that. Could you imagine going into your skin even at this size? And this is about let's see, this is about 3 inches right here. So yeah, it looks like we got a boy, Pokie rufulata. And I have 2 people in mind that Mike could breed for me once he matures. And so we'll see how that goes later on. But I've got a few more molts yet before that happens. But yeah, look at that. Cool fangs right there. I seem to be getting mostly boys here lately. That's okay. Alright. Pretty dirty, huh? I think it's time, maybe even overdue, to clean my Psalmopoeus erminia's enclosure. So that's what we're going to do next. Hopefully it'll go by smoothly. These are very quick, New World arboreals. It could be quite defensive too, and this is a female. Alright, let's move on with taking her out first. Alright, first of all, I'm going to work on taking out all of this stuff. So, there's a water dish full of substrate. Now I'm going to work on taking out the wood. Very carefully, of course. That was a water dish that just wasn't holding water very well, so that's why it's like that. Look at all that. So, I'm going to put that over here. Get this out. Not even going to use it. Alright, and then the next part is going to be the fun part. Got a catch cup and a lid. So let me see. Well, let me see if I can set this camera down somehow. Alright, let's try it like that. I need my paintbrush and my lid, my container. Let's see. I can get her to go up in there. Very quickly get the lid. Very easy for a fast defensive arboreal. Alright. Now, I won't show you the boring part, but I'm going to go clean this enclosure and then show it to you when I'm done. Well, here we are. Cleaned enclosure. I have the same wood in there. The only difference is I propped it up a little differently. She'll probably web under there is my guess, because Psalmopoeus are semi-arboreal. They seem to not only like to climb the trees, but they also like to hang out at the bottom of the trees. They use that substrate into their webbing, and they kind of make a little hideout with the base of the tree with the substrate and the webbing. So she'll probably go down there, or maybe even down there. But yeah, and I just put in some fake flowers, and that's the wet corner over there for her to get a drink. Substrate is just a little bit damp, just enough for her to be able to manipulate it. This wood has a tendency to mold a little bit more than I'd like, and I don't have any cork bark, so I didn't want to make it too wet anyway. But let's get on with putting her back in there. Alright, let's try this. And open up the container. Get the paintbrush. And attempt to scoop her out onto the wood. Come on, sweetheart. I know. Come on. Out you go. Come on. You're back into your old home. I just cleaned it up for you. Come on. I know. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, baby. Come on. Let's go. Alright, let's not get all spazzo now. I mean, I know it's in your nature to get that way, but let's try not to, okay? Well, you know, that'll work just as well. Okay, cool. Safe and sound. Alright, we'll let her de-stress and web up everything again. Cool. This is going to be hard to film. But this is a walking stick. Let's see if I can get him to move. He was moving quite a bit, actually. He's got his leather legs folded up right here. Yeah. It's a walking stick. I saw it on my door. My front door. It was very active, so I'm glad it's actually posing for the camera now. I always thought these were fascinating, just like praying mantises. I think walking sticks are really cool. I'm not going to keep it. I'm just going to borrow it for a moment, and then I'll take it back outside, because it'd be better off out there than in here. But yeah. I'm not used to seeing them look green. I usually see them brown. There he goes. He decided now was a good time to start moving. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Yep. Just wanted to show you guys. They blend in so well, obviously. They have the excellent camouflage abilities, obviously. So it's not like I get to see these very often. Heck, I probably see them and don't realize it a lot of times, but isn't that cool? Yeah. Alright, I just wanted to show you. Okay, this one caught me off guard. Completely off guard. I mean, yeah, I thought last time I looked at it, it looked like it could have been a pre-molt, but I thought, nah, it just molted not too long ago. And Grammostola roseas are slow growers. Apparently not in this case. This is a red color form. And this one here is only about, well, let's see, about 2 inches now. So, I don't know. Or close. But anyway, this one totally caught me off guard. So I need to give this one a drink. Alright, just showing you how the G. rosea did. The best way to see if your tarantula is ready to eat after a molt is to look at their fangs. See what color they are. Well, with the Phormictopus concertes, that should be easy. You know why? Because they like to show you their fangs. Let's lightly touch the abdomen of this one, or leg, whichever, and see if this one will show me its fangs. Ah. And indeed, he is. And yes, folks, this is a he. Hey, I wasn't ready for you to come down yet. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Now stay up there. No. Look, they look kind of red. If it would stay still. It's turning black, but it's not completely black yet. Alright, well that's all I needed to know. Thanks for your help. I got another molt report by one of the two Psalmopoeus species Colombian. The pumpkin patch molted. Very good. I'm going to get that molt out and give it a drink and then just leave it alone to harden up. Alright. Thought we'd get a little bit of web action from my Psalmopoeus erminia. You may recall a little bit back that I cleaned the enclosure, and she's really starting to make herself at home into her cleaned enclosure. Sorry about the reflection and a little bit of the glare. Can't really help that. Hopefully you can get some good footage there of the spinnerets going to town. Getting some neat web. She's a beautiful erminia. They're all beautiful. I'm so glad she's a female. She'll get nice and large for me. I've had her for a while. Look at that. It's really fun to watch them web. So yeah, I thought I'd just show her off a little bit. It's nice to see your tarantula making themselves at home. It means you did a good job and making them feel comfortable, safe. Alright, that's enough for now with that one. Well, every now and then you have to check up on your spiders if you don't see them in a while. This is the Orphanaceous species blue, Panay Island, and this one is definitely the most pet hole of all of my entire collection of 80 something tarantulas. But, you know, just needed to check on it, and as you can see, it is alive and well. Feel bad about disturbing its lair, but sometimes you just gotta do those things just to make sure you don't have a dead tarantula in your enclosure. But doing just fine. But yeah, I don't get to see this one very often, so checking on their well-being gives me the excuse to have a look-see. But yeah, not much blue showing up quite yet, but if you look at it in the right light, you can barely see a little blue. But it's right now just mostly a kind of just a regular brown colored spider. But yep. Okay, well, I'm going to add a little more moisture to this enclosure. It's dried out quite a bit, and hopefully this one will be okay with rebuilding its lair that I destroyed. I hated doing it, but just needed to make sure it was alright. Okay, moving on. Alright, let's try to give the Phormictopus cancerides another go with feeding. Oh, there we go. Would you like another one? This one molted recently, so give it another 2 of them there. But yes, originally thought this one was a female, but I believe it's a male. Oh well, I'll find a breeder. I got a couple in mind, and maybe get me a female baby out of it. Gotta get that food bolus out. There we go. But yes, he's a handsome boy with a lot of spunk. Alright, you enjoy.